Something truly scary discovered at the bottom of Belize's Great Blue Hole. An expedition at the bottom of the Great Blue Hole off the coast of Belize in Central America has returned with a cargo of worrying information. After studying a 30-meter, that's 98-foot hole, sediment core extracted from the floor of the sinkhole, scientists discovered that tropical cyclones have increased in frequency over the past 5,700 years. This trend is not only going to continue, it's going to reach a fever pitch driven by a changing climate. A total of 694 event layers were identified. They display a distinct regional trend of increasing storminess in the southwestern Caribbean, which follows an orbitally driven shift in the intertropical convergence zone, writes a team led by geoscientist Dominik Schmidt of Gulf University Frankfurt in Germany. A 21st century extrapolation suggests an unprecedented increase in tropical cyclone frequency attributable to the industrial age warming. The Great Blue Hole at Belize is a popular destination for the scuba divers, popularized by oceanographer Jacques Cousteau more than 50 years ago. At a depth of 124 meters, it plunges into the surrounding seafloor. Its upper reaches a haven for marine life seeking protection from the wild vagaries of the ocean weather. And there's another facet to this relative coziness. Any sediment dumped within it is likely to stay put. Layers of mineral deposits and sequence of the sinkhole floor serve as an excellent record of times past, recording major events like cyclones that churn up and dump new material into the Great Blue Hole. Due to the unique environmental conditions, including oxygen-free bottom water and several stratified water layers, fine marine sediments could settle largely undisturbed in the Great Blue Hole, Schmidt says. And inside the sediment core, they look a bit like tree rings, with the annual layers alternating in color between gray-green and light green, depending on organic content. The extraction of the core sample is a delicate procedure that involves drilling into the seafloor and carefully removing a long vertical cylindrical section. An analysis of this sediment involves identifying which layers were deposited by which processes. Violent events such as cyclones deposit layers with larger sediment grains than non-storm ocean processes, so it's a matter of carefully combining over the core and identifying those large-grained, differently hued cyclone deposits. The tempestites stand out from the fair weather gray-green sediments in terms of grain size, composition, and color, which ranges from beige to white, Schmidt says. The Great Blue Hole of Belize started its life in a limestone cave underground, an origin alluded to by the huge stalactites that can still be found in the depths there, and became a sinkhole during the last glacial period, when its roof collapsed, subsequently flooded the cavity with water and transforming it into thriving marine ecosystem it is today. The team's work involved carefully studying a core that covered the most recent 5,700 years of that history, and in that time span, the researchers identified 694 event layers that they attributed to tropical cyclones, and with this data in hand, they were then able to piece together how cyclone frequency has changed over time. The core revealed a steady trend of increasing cyclone activity over the 5,700 years. A key factor has been the southward shift of the equatorial low-pressure zone, known as the intertropical convergence zone. This zone influences the location of major storm formation areas in the Atlantic and determines how tropical storms and hurricanes move and where they make landfall in the Caribbean. But there were smaller term fluctuations in cyclone frequency that the researchers found could be linked to warmer and cooler periods in Earth's climate timeline, with greater frequency occurring during warm periods. And based on these trends, we could be facing an unprecedented spike in tropical cyclone activity. There were 9 cyclone events in the last 20 years alone, the frequency that is inconsistent with normal natural climate fluctuations. Our results suggest that some 45 tropical storms and hurricanes could pass over this region in our century alone, says biosedimentologist Ambient Gischler of Goethe University, and this would far exceed the natural variability of the past millennia. And the team's research has been published in Science Advances. And this is by Michelle Starr on Science Alert. Please leave your comments and thank you for your support. Please support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.